The Federal Trade Commission is now suing Uber. Uber and CEO Dara Khosrowshahi each reportedly donated $1 million to the president's inaugural fund. And Uber spokesperson telling CNBC the company is disappointed by the FTC's complaint, but is confident the courts will rule in its favor, Joe. So I think for all those folks who thought that,
that's not why. They could be just patriotic and want to participate in the inauguration of the U.S. president. Stop being so cynical.
Andrew Ross Sorkin and Joe Kiernan hate each other. And it's the most entertaining thing to watch. It really is. And that's not really what this story is about. But this little tiff that they have about the influence of money in politics is just chef's kiss. Because Andrew Ross Sorkin understands how, the legalized bribery that's now been baked into our political system, how that all works. And his co-host wants to deny it. So let's just watch a little bit more from their exchange, and then we'll get to the details of this FTC lawsuit.
Well, I'm gonna start drawing a line at some of this cynicism, okay? We've got to move on. We've got to come together. We've got to come together. Yeah. We've been apart for, remember HW? Got to come together. Dana Carvey, we've been apart, coming up.
Let me just tell you, I spoke to so many CEOs who wrote those checks.
And they wanted something?
Who will privately tell you exactly what they think, which is that this was a down payment. And all I'm suggesting to you is it was a down payment on nothing.
Because it was a down payment on the rug being pulled out collectively from under them? Good. These corporate fat cats.
Joe, no one loves those corporate fat cats more than you do. Come on. Obviously, those massive donations to the Trump administration were meant to prevent this type of lawsuit being filed against Uber. But based on the allegations that are being made here by the Federal Trade Commission against Uber, seems like this lawsuit makes a lot of sense, and I'm glad they have decided to file it. So here's Andrew Ross Sorkin with some details.
The government claims that the ride-hailing company provided misleading information to users about the Uber One subscription service, failed to provide a simple way to cancel memberships, and charged people without their consent. The move is the first FTC action against a major tech company during President Trump's second term.
All right, so let's talk about Uber One. And this is why I'm always very skeptical of these free trial subscription service things, because I always feel like they're looking to get you. And it appears, based on the allegations, which must be proven in court, obviously, they really did screw over some of their customers. So the Uber One subscription service offers users, or it's supposed to offer users, 0-fee food and grocery delivery, 6% credit back on every ride, and exclusive promotional offers. Now, FTC Chairman Andrew Ferguson argues that Americans are tired of getting signed up for unwanted subscriptions that seem impossible to cancel. The Trump-Vance FTC is fighting back on behalf of the American people. Ooh, okay. Now, what are the allegations here? So Uber told users that Uber One would give users $25 per month, or save users $25 per month in savings. The FTC has found that that is untrue. Obviously, it depends on how much you use the app in order to get those savings. So that allegation's a little bit shaky, but there's more. Uber promised free trials for its users, but would charge them anyway before the trial period ended. Now, if the FTC proves that in court, that is super shady and super gross. Now, Uber told users they could cancel Uber One at any time, but they also made the process incredibly difficult to do so, absurdly difficult, in fact, in some cases requiring users to go through 23 screens and take 32 actions to actually cancel the service. Honestly, since you can do that online and remotely, I don't even see that as burdensome as canceling a gym membership in some cases, where you literally have to fill out a form and go to a location, physical location, to give the person the form to cancel your gym membership. Have you ever had that happen? I'm not driving anywhere after work, okay? So I still have the gym membership, it's still there. I'm paying for it, haven't been in, I don't know, over a year. If a user was within 48 hours of getting billed for their subscription, Uber would remove the option for them to cancel and tell users to contact customer service instead. And guess what? The wait times were disastrous, incredibly long, and sometimes kept users from canceling before the billing date. The FTC said those practices violate the Federal Trade Commission Act and the Restore Online Shoppers Confidence Act, which requires online sellers to clearly disclose certain terms, obtain consumers' consent before charging for a service, and provide a simple way to cancel a recurring subscription. So this is a silver lining. This is a little bit of good news in this massive wave of bad news that we've been dealing with in the country. I loved Lina Khan as the Federal Trade Commission chair. I was really sad to see that Trump let her go and replaced her. But even so, it looks like the FTC is still doing some good work. And if Uber is in fact engaging in this predatory activity against its own customers, they should be brought to justice. And I especially love the fact that these executives paid Donald Trump a nice hefty amount for his campaign and didn't seem to get the protection they were expecting from an FTC lawsuit. So we'll see how it plays out. I would be really sad if the FTC ends up dropping this for some reason. These are some pretty significant allegations against Uber. We'll see if this lawsuit goes anywhere.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.